let's talk about inverse of a function, okay? So I'll talk in a simple word so that you guys understand. So let's say you have, for the definition, let's say you have a machine, right? This is a machine, right? Let's say it's the magical machine. It can reverse anything you have. So let's say you put an input here. Let's say you put wood, right? And it gives you paper. Paper. Let's say it gives you paper. Now, you want this magical machine um, to have a magical machine here. You want to put the paper here, paper, paper, and you want to get back your wood. You see, so this machine is the inverse of this machine. Okay, that's mean our function. Let's say if you have a function f of x, right, is your output is y. So that's mean this is your paper, and this is your, sorry, what I meant, this is your wood, and this is your paper. Then you will have an inverse function, your magical machine, f inverse. You have to put your paper, that's mean y here, and you'll get your wood, that's mean x here. Now all the function doesn't have an inverse function. To have an inverse function, it has to have certain criteria made. Okay, so first one is just simply each of the element of the function f. So that's mean the each element in the domain of f function, right, must map to a unique element in the domain. Okay, and number two is that the function must be one to one. Okay, one to one. What does it mean? It means that no two different input produce the same output. So let me give you an example so that you'll understand. So let's say if you have f of x equal 2, right? So it doesn't matter what values you put. Let's say you put 1, you get 2. If you put 2, you get still 2, right? So no matter what is the input, your output is the same. Or the two different input, you get the same output. That's mean this function is not magical function. Means it doesn't have the inverse function. But let's say you have a function like this, f of x equal, let's say x plus 3. So let's say you put f of 1 is 1 plus 3, which is 4. Let's say you put f of 2, which is 1 plus 3, 2 plus 3, which is 5. You see, two different input and you get two different output. So this function has a inverse function. Okay, so let's do some practice so that you guys understand. So now, how to find inverse of a function? How are you going to find an inverse of a function? First, we have to interchange things. So here f of x, we have to write it down as x since it's going to be our output, right? Input. And here x, you have to write it down y, and you have to solve for this function. So if we do that, let's just do it. F of x, we just write down x, and we have y, right? So a y plus c. Now we can just write it down. It's here since we have to solve for y, so you can interchange it. A y plus c equal just x, right? I just flip the equation. So now we have to solve for y. So we have to subtract c in both sides. C. Okay, so this c cancel. So we got ay equal x minus c. So we divided by ay divided by a, x minus c divided by a. So a cancel out. We get y equal x minus c divided by a. So this y is our inverse function. we write it down. Inverse function is like this, f inverse x. Okay, and this is, we got x minus c divided by a. So this is our inverse function of the function f of x. Okay, so the process is you have to change f of x into x, and that's when you have to change your x and y coordinate and x into y. Then we have to solve for y. That will give us the inverse function. That's mean the output of this function is actually input of this inverse function. Okay, this, let's say we have f of x equal 3x plus 2. So what we learn, we have to change the x and y coordinates. So we have to write down, instead of y, we have to write it down this one x, and instead of x, we have to write down y. Okay, so if we do that, what do we get? We get x equal 3y plus 2. Now we have to solve for y. Okay, since we're gonna solve for y, so we're gonna switch 3y plus 2 equal x. We just switch the values here. So we're gonna subtract negative 2 both sides. We get if we do that, we get this cancel out. We get 3y equal x minus 2. Now we divide it by 3 both sides, so 3 3, then this 3 cancel out, then we get y equal x minus 2 divided by 3. That's mean this is our inverse function. We write it down in terms of f inverse x in the y, and x minus 2 divided by 3. Okay, so this will be our inverse function, and for this function we get this one is answer, right? Now what if we have a fraction? Let's do an inverse function of this one. We get I did the traditional way. This is the way we do it. First we interchange x is y and f of x into x. Then we write down the function. You see f of x, we wrote it down x, and we have x, we wrote it down it's y. Okay, so after that we what we did, we just simply multiply 5 with x, 5x 3y plus 4, right? We just write down 3x plus 4. Then we bring this 4 in this side, which is negative 4, which is 3y. Then we're divided by 3 in both sides, so that we can get y equal this. So our inverse function y, which is f inverse x, we got 5x minus 4 divided by 3. Okay.